Welcome back to video 4, Mortgage Mythbusters. Tips from Tips, Mortgage 101, Keller Williams Realty, and the Indy Property Source. We're excited to roll these videos out. Our Mythbusters mission is to help educate first-time home buyers and renters to help achieve the home buying dream. Joining us today, Christina Neese and Jennifer Burton. Thanks for joining us today, guys.
Hello.
Hi.
We are talking on this video about just the steps of the home buying process and what does that look like in terms of a time frame. So in the past couple of videos, we talked about different loan types, closing costs needed, the role of credit scores. So kind of once we get to that part, what does the overall process look like? So it is a complicated process, but it's not too difficult if you have an expert team around you. So we encourage our clients to interview agents and lenders and make sure that they're working with somebody that matches up with their needs. So that's kind of the beginning of the process. From there, the lender will meet with the buyer to go over the analysis of their finances, their credit score, and just any planning or preparations that are needed. From there, the buyers typically meet with an agent that they've selected to go with. We're a full-service real estate team that covers Central Indiana. We've closed thousands of homes and are highly rated on social media and Google. We encourage you to check us out there. But after you select an agent, Jennifer, what does this needs analysis look like and kind of setting up the search?
To me, this part is very important for the agent and the buyer. It's very important for the agent to listen to what the buyer needs. Sometimes the buyer isn't exactly sure what area they're wanting or what it is they're looking for a home. So it's important for us to ask the right questions and to listen to make sure that we are matching those needs up and sending them the information that they need, not just wasting time.
Yeah, definitely. And so we can really work at the pace of the buyer, the borrower, to get them, whatever steps they need to take to get into the the ready stage for buying a home. This discovery stage that we're kind of in right now, where we're talking about, what are they looking for, where they want to be. We coach them through that. That can be as anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of months, or even a few years, to get to the point of, okay, we're ready to buy. And so that time frame, it depends on the buyer. And then once, we're actively looking, it also depends on the market. So that can, we can find the right home right away, or sometimes it can take, a little bit of time to locate and get an accepted offer. But once we do get an accepted offer, as agents, we'll negotiate. We'll include the contingencies, such as talking with the buyer. Depends on each contract, but it'll include contingencies for inspections and loan approval and appraisal. And generally, depending on which loan type we have and the buyer, you're looking at about 30 to 45 days from an accepted offer to closing. And really having the agent and lender on board help take you through those next steps. So preparing for closing, the agents, the lender, the home inspector, the title company, appraiser, contractor, everybody listed works together, and it's your agent and loan officer, really the point person there to help guide you and set expectations so that you can make it to that closing. So really, in each timeline varies by buyer. But it's not something that if you're pre-approved and you're ready to go now, this is something that can be done in as short as a couple months. So we're really excited to present this with you. I think, Christina, from a tenant's perspective, a lot of people think that maybe getting pre-approved and buying a house could take 6 months or a year, when in reality it could be done in a pretty short amount of time.
Yes, it can. I always like to share personal stories. I've been on this team with you guys for almost 6 years, and I've been a buyer and we've been a seller. And so I can attest to the fact that you guys have walked me through step by step. So I try to tell people, you know, this is what we're here for. This is what our team does. While I may not be working with them directly, once it happens, you know, always keeping in touch with them and moving them over to you guys as agents. But I've been there, so I understand the process, and it's one that you can definitely not do without an agent. I do not believe so. So I'm a firm believer in make sure you get an agent. So I always try to share that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for sharing that personal testimony. And I'll insert here too that you know, whether it's a new construction, resale, or investing, we work with all those client types and help guide them through each process is a little bit different, so we help guide them through that. So we thank you for tuning in today. We want to encourage you to look at our last video where we have an interview with the loan officer and kind of put a bow tie on Mythbusters with mortgages. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Okay.